didn't know the air could carry your name until you laughed and everything changed. Streetlights flickered like they felt it too. My heartbeat learned a rhythm just for you. I fumbled words I practiced in my head. You looked at me like no one ever had. And suddenly the world felt paper thin, like I could fall right through and fall again. Every glance was dangerous and kind, every silence louder than my mind. I'm not the same beneath this skin tonight. You woke a color I can't turn off the light. This is the beginning of us, a quiet kind of thunder in my chest. I'm drowning in the sweetest kind of trust, and I don't know what happens next. Your shadow lingers even when you're gone, and I'm still here rewriting every song. This trembling beautifulness is the beginning. Keep your voice inside the smallest hours, when the city's sleeping under silver towers. I trace the shape of words you never said. They live inside the spaces in my head. I'm not supposed to miss someone this way, when nothing's broken, nothing's gone away. But every breath feels borrowed, feels too bright, like I'm holding starlight in the middle of the night. You're the question I was never brave to ask. You're the moment right before I crash. And I don't wanna land, I don't wanna know what life feels like when I let you go. Second it would be the way your eyes look straight inside of me. No armor, no pretending, no disguise, just you and the sudden truth in mine. I never knew that falling could feel like flight, that love could be so gentle and so bright, and still ache like a bruise beneath the sky. I think I've loved you since before goodbye. This is the beginning of us. Saw collision of the words and what could be. I'm terrified and open all at once, and that's the truest thing I've ever seen. Your name is written somewhere in my blood, a quiet promise even if it's unreturned love. This fragile, aching, endless, yes, is the beginning. The beginning of us. The beginning of us. watching the streetlights turn to halos in the rain. We were just two kids talking about nothing at all, on a sagging porch swing as the summer turned to fall. But then you looked at me and the air got thin, like a tidal wave was waiting to break through my skin. I've known the word of love since I was small, but I never knew it felt like losing my breath in a hallway stall. You left your hair tie on my passenger seat, a small plastic circle making my life feel complete. It's a dangerous kind of quiet in this suburban town, when the only thing I hear is my heart thumping down. I try to play it cool, try to keep my feet on the dirt, but there's a sweet kind of gravity, a beautiful hurt. I'm overanalyzing the way you said my name, knowing that after tonight nothing stays the same. And the radio's humming a song I don't know, but it feels like the anthem of letting go of the boy I was before I knew your light, before I started shivering in the middle of a warm night. I think I'm falling for the first time, and it's terrifying, like a bird that's forgotten the secret of flying. It's a nervous warmth, a hollow kind of ache, a soul deep shiver that I can't seem to shake. I'm starry-eyed and heavy-hearted all at once, learning the rhythm of the slow, clumsy dance. It's a beautiful confusion, a terrifying climb, falling for the first time. I'm checking my phone just to see if you're awake, counting the hours until the morning will break. Is it normal to miss you when you've only been gone an hour, to feel like a desert waiting for a shower? There's a vulnerability I wasn't prepared to face, a ghost of your presence all over this empty space. You're the first person I trust with the dark parts of me, the only reflection I actually wanna see. No one warned me that it would feel like a surrender, that a heart could be this fierce and yet this tender. I'm standing on the edge looking down at the clouds. Your name is the only thing my silence allows. I'm wide open, I'm paper thin, letting the whole world out and letting you in. I'm falling for the first time, and it's terrifying, like a bird that's forgotten the secret of flying. It's a nervous warmth, a hollow kind of ache, a soul deep shiver that I can't seem to shake. I'm starry-eyed and heavy-hearted all at once, learning the rhythm of this slow, clumsy dance. It's a beautiful confusion, a terrifying climb, falling for the first time. Hair tie on the seat, halos in the rain. I'm not the same anymore. No, I'm not the same. I'm falling for the first time. I'm standing in the aisle of a 24-hour store, looking for something I don't need anymore. The fluorescent lights are humming a hollow gray tune, but my mind is 1,000 miles away, back in your room, I saw a girl with your jacket, or maybe just a color. Before a heartbeat, the world stopped looking for another. It's a strange kind of fever, a quiet kind of blur, where everyone else is a ghost and you're the only her. I remember the parking lot where we watched the storm rolling. You were tracing the lines on your palm and I was losing my skin. Every person passing by felt like background noise, just a static distortion, just a fleet of empty toys. But you were in high definition, a flash of holy light, changing the way my eyes perceive the middle of the night. I'm terrified of how much of my vision you've taken, like a long beautiful dream from which I never want to awaken. And the city is a canvas of a million different faces, but I'm only looking for yours in all the empty spaces. It's a beautiful blindness, a sweet kind of cage, the first real chapter on a brand new page. 'Cause you're the only one I see in a crowded room in a lonely street. You're the only one I see. It's a nervous warmth, a heavy-hearted glow, a secret that my eyes are starting to show. I'm starry-eyed and shivering, caught in the deep, a promise that my soul is finally starting to keep. Through the mist and the madness, you're my only degree, the only one, the only one I see. I check my reflection in the window of a park sedan, hardly recognize the boy who's trying to be a man. There's a softness in my gaze that wasn't there before, a vulnerability that's knocked down every single door. Is it supposed to feel this fragile, this honest, this new, to have every single thought end up leading back to you? I'm missing you in the seconds between every breath, a beautiful life sense, a sweet kind of death. Spent my life looking at the horizon line, but I never saw the light until I made you mine. It's a terrifying focus, a holy kind of view, where the whole wide world is just a frame for you. I'm falling, I'm found, I'm finally off the ground. 'Cause you're the only one I see in a crowded room in a lonely street. You're the only one I see. It's a nervous warmth, a heavy-hearted glow, a secret that my eyes are starting to show. I'm starry-eyed and shivering, caught in the deep, a promise that my soul is finally starting to keep. Through the mist and the madness, you're my only degree, the only one, the only one I see. Cause you're the only one I see in a crowded room in a lonely sea. You're the only one I see. You're the only one I see. The heavy one I see. Sit on the hood of my old car after dark, counting taillights fading down the interstate. You'd steal my hoodie when the summer turned cold, laugh it out, I pretend it didn't matter at all. Late night drives through the suburbs, windows down, radio low, your voice cutting through the sound. I told myself it was just how friends are supposed to feel, but my pulse gave me away every time your hand brushed the wheel. Now every joke lands different, every silence stings. I catch myself staring like I've forgotten how to blink. You're still the same, but I'm unraveling slow, wondering when just started feeling like more. You're more than a friend, and it's tearing me open. This soft kind of fire I don't know how to name. Every time you smile, it pulls me under again, and I'm scared of the moment I finally say it out loud, 'cause losing you would break what I barely found. But God, you're more than a friend. Something I can't pretend away. We stayed up till dawn on your basement couch, talking dreams, college towns, who we'd become. You fell asleep with your head against my shoulder, and I didn't move, afraid the spell would come undone. Next morning you teased me for being so still. I laughed it off, but inside I was reeling. How one ordinary night could rewrite everything. How you're breathing felt like the safest place I'd ever been. Now the hallway feels longer when you walk the other way. Your text light up my phone like holiday strings. I keep waiting for the feeling to fade like it should, but it's only growing roots deeper in my blood. You're more than a friend, and it's tearing me open. This fragile new color bleeding into my days. Every time you laugh, I forget how to breathe, and I'm caught in the ache of wanting to stay right here in the middle of whatever this is. You're more than a friend, you're the question I carry that I can't dismiss. If I told you tonight under these porch lights that my heart's been rewriting our history, would you run or would you lean in closer and let the truth settle between you and me? I don't need fireworks, I don't need grand, just you looking back like you maybe understand that we've been building this quiet forever. And I'm terrified it might end right here. You're more than a friend, and it's rewriting my whole world. This nervous, beautiful pull, I can't turn around. I'm holding my breath every time you're near, hoping you feel it too in the spaces between. The way your eyes linger, the way my voice shakes. You're more than a friend, you're the home I didn't know I was looking for, and I'm ready to risk it all. If you're feeling it too, more than a friend, more than a friend, more than a friend. Three little dots appear at 117, and suddenly the dark doesn't feel so mean. I'm lying on my floor, phone against my chest, waiting for the words to tell me I'm not dreaming. You send a picture of the moon through your blinds, say it looks lonely tonight, same as mine. I type delete, type again, hit send, heart racing like I'm jumping off the deep end. It's only a message, it's only a scream, but it pulls me somewhere I've never been. One small vibration and I'm wide awake, counting seconds till the next one you make. You're my favorite notification, the only one I never put on silent. Every buzz feels like a secret invitation to a place I didn't know existed. I'm smiling at the ceiling like a fool in the dark, holding on to your words like they're made of stars. You're still miles away, but somehow right here, my favorite notification, pulling me near. We used to game till the sun came up through the blinds. You knew your mic just to hear me laugh at your lines. Now it's good morning text at 7:42 and good night voice notes when I don't know what to do. I save everyone, even the ones with typos. Replay a hey when the quiet gets too low. Never told you how much power you hold in a single gray bubble lighting up my phone. It's crazy how something so small can mean the most. How your name on my lock screen feels like home. I'm scared to say it, scared it'll break the spell, but every time you text I fall a little harder as well. You're my favorite notification, the softest kind of chaos in my chest. One tap and I'm lost in translation, trying to read between every little rest. I carry your messages like pocket photographs, proof that maybe this feeling can last. You're still just a name on a glowing square, but you're rewriting the quiet in the air. What if I told you I check my phone too much, that I smile before I even see your touch, that I'm afraid one day the screen stays black and I'll still be waiting for you to come back. I don't need fireworks, I don't need a scene, just keep lighting up my little screen. Cause right now, this is everything to me. You're my favorite notification, the only thing that makes the hours kind. Every ping feels like a celebration of something fragile, beautiful and mine. I'm terrified of how deep this runs, but I wouldn't trade it for anyone. You're still just pixels in the night, but you're the clearest thing inside. My favorite notification, my favorite everything tonight. Don't stop texting me, please don't stop. My favorite notification. We were sprawled out on a football field at midnight. Blanket from your trunk, grass still damp from rain. You pointed up and named a constellation wrong. I didn't correct you, just like the way you sang. Your hoodie sleeve kept slipping past your wrist. You tucked it back without a thought. I memorized the freckles on your knuckles like they were secrets only I was taught. Time slowed down when you turned and looked at me. The stadium lights caught your face so perfectly. I felt my lungs forget what breathing was, and everything I knew just quietly dissolved. The starlight in your eyes Next weekend we drove out past the city limits. Windows cracked, your playlist on repeat. You sang off key to songs we both knew by heart, and I pretended I wasn't memorizing every beat. When you parked under that broken street lamp and asked if I believed in things like fate, I said maybe, voice barely above a whisper, afraid the truth would scare you away. Now every quiet moment feels like evidence. Every accidental brush of fingers feels immense. I'm carrying this feeling like it's glass, too fragile to hold, too heavy to let pass. There's starlight in your eyes, and I'm drowning in the softest kind of light, the warmth that makes the darkness feel kind, the truth I didn't know I'd left behind. I'm terrified of saying what I mean, but every second near you feels like a dream. You're still laughing, still unaware of why I'm trembling inside your starlight. If I could bottle just one look you gave me tonight, I'd keep it on my shelf for every lonely fight. I don't need promises, I don't need a plan. Just let me stay a little longer in this span where the universe is small enough to fit between your heartbeat and the way you sit. And I'm finally starting to believe maybe love was always meant to feel like this. The starlight in your eyes, and I'm seeing colors I can't describe. A quiet revolution in my chest, a beautiful lake I can't suppress. I don't know if you'll ever feel the same, but I'll keep this moment like it's my name, carved into the dark, glowing soft and true. Starlight in your eyes, you brought me back to you. Starlight in your eyes, in your eyes, in your eyes. We were waiting for the bus that never showed. Rain tapping soft against the metal roof. You pulled your scarf up high, your cheeks flushed pink, and said the cold felt nicer when we're both soaked through. I offered you my jacket, you laughed and took it slow. Sleeves too long, you rolled them up like it was yours. Something simple, something small, but the streetlights turned the puddles into gold. I didn't know a heart could hum this way, like it finally learned the melody it's supposed to play. No warning, no rehearsal, just a sudden rise, and now I'm dizzy from the color in your smile. Everything is bright, like someone turned the saturation up inside. Every ordinary second feels alive, and I'm not sure how to survive this sweetness that's too big to hold, this nervous joy that won't let go. You're standing there in borrowed light, and everything is bright. Friday night at the diner off the highway, booth by the window, fries gone cold. You drew a tiny heart and ketchup on the plate, then looked up quick like you hoped I didn't notice. I pretended not to see, but my hands were shaking when you asked if I believed in second chances. I said yes before I even knew the question, because with you the answer felt like dancing. Now every red light feels like it's on our side. Every song on shuffle sounds like it's been rewritten. I'm carrying this glow I can't explain. Afraid to speak it, more afraid to let it fade. Everything is bright like summer came and stayed inside my mind. Every glance you give rewrites the time, and I'm falling without trying to fight. This tender ache that tastes like hope, this beautiful weight I didn't know. You're right here breathing next to me. And everything is bright. If tomorrow comes and the shine grows dim, I'll still remember how the air felt then. How your voice cracked when you said my name. How nothing's ever felt the same. I don't need forever, I don't need a vow. Just let me live inside this now, where the world is softer, kinda new. And I'm seeing it the way you do. Everything is bright like someone left the stars on through the night. Every heartbeat answers back in kind, and I'm wide open, terrified, alive. This fragile, perfect, trembling high. This quiet truth I can't deny. You're the reason colors finally arrive. And everything is bright. We were stuck in the back row of chem class again. You doodle little waves on the edge of your notes. I pretended to read the board, but my eyes kept drifting to the way your hair felt when you tilted your head. The bell rang, hallway chaos, everyone rushing out. You waited for me by the lockers, backpack half zipped. Said walk with me, like it was the most normal thing. And my whole body forgot how to answer with words. The closer we get, the quieter the world becomes. Every step beside you feels like gravity's gone soft. I'm trying to act calm, trying to breathe even, but inside I'm blooming, blooming, blooming. My heart, when I'm close to you, feels like it's finally learning how to move. Every inch between us is electric and new, and I'm smiling so hard it almost hurts too. This rush, this glow, this beautiful spill like honey pouring slow down every hill. I'm not ready for how good it feels to be this close to you. If I could pause the world right here, just you and me this late afternoon air. No future questions, no yesterday's wait. Just a simple miracle of your shoulder against mine. I'd stay suspended in this tender space where everything I am finally has a place, and I don't have to pretend close to you. Met in the stacks on the third floor, third week of fall. You were hunting for an old yearbook, I was avoiding the call. Our hands reached for the same dusty spine. At the same exact time, you smiled first, said you'd take it, and I felt the room rewind. We ended up sitting cross-legged between shelves A through Z. You showed me the faded signatures of kids who used to be. I told you I never checked out books, just liked how quiet it got. You said that's the best kind of secret, and I believed every word you brought. Pages turn slow when you're this near, the smell of paper and your shampoo in the air. I'm trying to act like I'm reading the lines, but all I see is the way your eyes find mine. You're hidden in the archives of every ordinary day, a footnote I keep rereading when the light fades away. This modern kind of quiet love has slipped right through the cracks. No big declarations, no dramatic tracks, just you becoming the reference I can't stop coming back to. The soft proof I never knew I was looking for you. You're hidden, hidden in the archives, and I'm already missing what we haven't even lost. After closing we walked the empty parking lot loop, street lamps buzzing, your sneakers scuffing the truth. You talked about how people leave traces and margins and notes. I wanted to say you were writing in mine without even knowing you wrote. We stopped at the chain link fence, city glowing far off. You leaned your forehead on a cold metal, let out a soft cough. I stood close enough to feel your warmth through the space, and understood silence can carry a whole embrace. Every small moment is stacking like shelves, building a place only we can tell. I'm scared to speak it into permanent ink, afraid the feeling will vanish the second I think you're hidden in the archives of every ordinary day. A quiet entry I keep underlined in gray. This modern kind of gentle fall that doesn't make a sound, but rearranges everything I've ever found. Just you becoming the chapter I didn't plan to read, the soft confession I carry like I need. You're hidden, hidden in the archives, and I'm already missing what we haven't even lost. If someone searched my history years from now, they'd find your name in every footnote, every how. Not loud, not announced, just quietly there, like a bookmark left in a book no one else will share. I don't know if you feel the same weight in your chest, but I hope one day you look back and remember this. You're hidden in the archives of every ordinary day, a reference point glowing even when I walk away. This modern kind of tender egg that lives between the lines, the sweetest kind of proof that maybe you're mine. Just you becoming a story I didn't know I'd write, the soft beginning that keeps me up at night. You're hidden, hidden in the archives, and I'll keep looking for you there for the rest of my life. phone face up on the kitchen table. Even when I'm doing nothing, just in case. The screen lights up and it's you, just your name. And the whole apartment feels like it's breathing again. You sent a blurry selfie from the parking lot, wearing that beanie. I said, look ridiculous. I zoomed in on your crooked smile for longer than I'll admit. Save it to the photo I pretend isn't growing. It's stupid how much power 3 syllables hold out. Your name can turn a Tuesday into gold. I'm trying to play it cool, but my thumb hovers every time I see those letters. My heart discovers your name on my phone is the sweetest little lie I've ever known. One glance in the room starts humming low, like the world remembered how to glow. I'm grinning at the ceiling, heart racing fast. This simple thing feels built to last. You're not even here, but you're already home. Just your name on my phone. We were splitting headphones on the bleachers after practice. Your playlist bleeding into mine, no one else around. You rested your head on my shoulder for half a song, and sat up quick like you crossed some invisible line. Later that night you texted, sorry if that was weird. I typed, it wasn't, and stared at the draft for 10 minutes. Hit send and threw my phone across the bed. Waited in the dark for the 3 dots to begin. Now every notification feels like it could be you, and when it is, the quiet turns into view. I'm collecting these tiny moments like change, hoping one day they add up to your name. Your name on my phone is the only thing keeping the night from feeling alone. One buzz and I'm suddenly not on my own, like you reach across the distance to pull me close. This nervous sweetness flooding through my veins, this beautiful mess I can't explain. You're still miles away, but I'm not alone. Now when I see your name on my phone, what if I told you I reread our whole thread? Sometimes scroll back to the first day like it's sacred time. I'm terrified you'll notice how much I care, how you're casual but not becomes my evening prayer. But even if you never say it back the same, I'll still light up every time your name on my phone is the softest kind of magic I've ever known. Every letter feels like it was carved in stone, a promise I carry even when I'm alone. This joyful lake, this honey slow burn, this tender lesson I'm starting to learn. You don't have to be here for me to feel you. Your name on my phone is already enough to pull me through. Your name on my phone, on my phone, your name. We were crammed in the backseat of your friend's old Jeep. Windows fogged from too many people breathing. You turned halfway, asked if I was cold. I shook my head even though my teeth were chattering. Everyone was singing off key to something on the radio. You joined in, voice cracking on the high note. I wanted to laugh with them, had my own bad harmony, but my throat closed up the second your eyes found It's like my tongue forgets its job when you're this near. Every practice line evaporates into thin air. I'm screaming inside to say something real, but all that comes out is this nervous, quiet feel. I'm speechless around you, thoughts scatter like leaves in the wind. I can't catch my heart's hammering loud enough, you might hear it crack, and I'm frozen staring, hoping you don't ask why I'm suddenly quiet, why my hands won't stay still. This beautiful panic I don't know how to kill. You're right in front of me, and I'm already lost, speechless around you. Later that night, we ended up on a tailgate alone. Everyone else went inside for more drinks and noise. You kicked your legs slow, sneakers tapping the bumper. That's what I was thinking, voice soft like a prayer. I opened my mouth, closed it, tried again, managed half a sentence, then let it drop dead. You didn't push, just leaned your shoulder against mine, and the silence between us felt kinder than words ever could. I've got 1,000 things I wanna tell you right now, but they tangle up and turn into knots somehow. I'm scared if I speak, I'll shatter the glow, so I just sit here drowning in the undertow. I'm speechless around you, like my whole vocabulary walked out the door. Every breath feels bottled, every heartbeat more, and I'm terrified you'll see how much I adore this shaky sweet mess that you accidentally made. The way one look from you leaves me remade. You're sitting right here, and I can't find the sound, speechless around you. Maybe someday I'll figure out how to say clean, how you make ordinary nights feel like a scene from a movie I never thought I'd be in. But until then I'll let the quiet win, 'cause even when I'm muting, my mind is a blur. Being this close to you is still better than words. I'm speechless around you, and somehow that feels like the most honest thing. This trembling confession that doesn't need wings, just your presence pulling every string. This nervous warmth flooding under my skin. This beautiful ruin I'm happy to live in. You're right here with me, and I don't need to speak, speechless around you. Around you, around you. We were sitting on the curb outside the gas station, neon sign flickering red and blue across your face. You asked what I wanted to do after graduation. I said I don't know, 3 words I spent 10 minutes choosing. You laughed not at me, just at how the night felt loose. Kicked a pebble, watched it roll into the dark. I opened my mouth to say something braver, but every option felt like stepping on glass. My brain's a loop that never hits play, rehearsing replies that fade away. I'm counting syllables, weighing the tone, trying to sound like I'm not alone. I'm overthinking. took the long way home past the empty baseball field. Floodlights off, only moon and passing cars for light. You told me about the fight you had with your mom. I wanted to say I'm here, but it came out that's rough. You looked over, eyes catching mine. For a second too long, I felt the sentence die somewhere in my throat. Now I'm replaying that moment on repeat in my bed, wondering if you heard how much I never said. I draft messages I'll never send, delete them before the cursor even ends. I'm terrified one wrong phrase will break the thread, so I stay quiet instead. I'm overthinking every word, spinning whole conversations I'll never be heard. Every glance you give feels like a test I might fail. Every silence I leave is another detail. This fragile glow I'm trying to keep alive, the shaky hope that keeps me up at night. You're just being you, so beautifully true, and I'm overthinking every word. I'm overthinking every word. What if I just let the quiet win for once? Stop chasing the perfect line, stop trying to run. Maybe you'd still stay, even if I'm tongue-tied and small. Maybe the truth doesn't need perfect at all. I'm learning slowly that maybe it's okay to let the unsaid things have their own way. I'm overthinking every word. Maybe that's how love starts to be heard, in the spaces between what I mean and what I say, and the way my heart races when you look my way. This tenderness, this beautiful blur, this nervous energy that feels like it's sure. You're right here with me, and somehow it's enough. Even when I'm overthinking every word, every word, every word. We were parked behind a bowling alley after closing, neon sign half dead, buzzing like a dying star. You had one foot up on the dashboard, scrolling through nothing. I pretended to check the time, but I was watching your fingers instead. The radio hissed between stations, caught on some old song. You tilted your head like you heard something I couldn't. Said this feels like summer even though it's fall. My pulse answered before my mouth ever got the call. There's interference inside my chest tonight, a signal that flickers every time you shift from tune to a frequency I don't understand. Trying to hold steady with shaking hands. Heartbeat steady, crackling every time you're in the same air as me. A low hum that won't let me sleep. This nervous current running underneath. I'm caught in a white noise of wanting you near. Every beat skips and fills with fear. You're just sitting here, quiet and real, and I'm drowning in heartbeat steady. food court, fluorescent lights too bright. You stole a fry from my tray without asking. I froze mid-chew, suddenly aware of every sound. The way your laugh bounced off the tile floor around. You asked if I was okay, voice cutting through the din. I said yeah, too quick, too thin, but inside the signal was sparking again. Every small thing you do rewire my brain. It's like my rhythm's been hijacked, offbeat and raw. Every glance you throw becomes a law. I'm trying to stay level, trying to breathe slow, but you're the only station my heart seems to know. Heartbeat, static, flaring bright whenever your name lights up the screen. A tremor I feel deep in between this fragile voltage. I can't intervene. I'm lost in the hiss of everything unsaid. Every flutter louder inside my head. You're just living, unaware of the storm, but I'm burning in heartbeat static. If I could turn the dial, find a clearer line, would I even wanna leave this behind? This beautiful distortion, this sweet overload, this proof that something in me finally glowed. I don't need perfect reception, I don't need control. Just let me stay tuned to your frequency, hold. Even if it crackles, even if it breaks, I'll carry this static for all my days. Heartbeat static, echoing louder the longer I stay in your orbit. A beautiful mess I can't forfeit. This nervous warmth I never saw coming. You're the signal cutting through the nothing, the only thing that makes the chaos sing. You're right here, and I'm still trembling. Heartbeat static. My everything. Heartbeat static. The fire pit sparks were dancing toward the pine tree. I was leaning on the fence, caught in a cool July breeze. Plastic cups and old stories were scattered on the grass, watching the slow motion hours of the weekend pass. I've known your name since the middle of the 8th grade. Just another face in the crowd, just a part of the shade. But then you turned your head and the firelight caught your grin, and I felt a brand new world starting to cave in. Suddenly the music was nothing but a distant hum, and my lungs felt heavy and my fingers went numb. You were just talking about college or some movie you saw, but I was mesmerized, held by some invisible law. I've looked at you 1,000 times, but never like this. Like a sudden landslide or a cliff I couldn't miss. The way you pushed your head back was a quiet revolution, a beautiful problem with no simple solution. And the crickets are singing a song for the blind, while I'm losing my grip on the peace I used to find. It's a terrifying shift, a sudden change in the wind. Where do I go now? Where do I begin? It's an unexpected crush, a collision in the dark, a whole forest lost and found. It's an unexpected cross, a collision in the dark. A whole forest fire started by a single tiny spark. It's a nervous warmth, a hollow, heavy-hearted ache, the kind of vulnerability that I didn't think I'd take. I'm starry-eyed and shivering, feeling paper thin, wondering how I let this beautiful confusion in. It wasn't in the plan, it wasn't in the rush, just a heart-stopping, unexpected crash. It's an unexpected crash, a collision in the dark. A whole forest fire started by a single tiny spark. It's a nervous warmth, a hollow, heavy-hearted ache, the kind of vulnerability that I didn't think I'd take. I'm starry-eyed and shivering, feeling paper thin, wondering how I let this beautiful confusion in. It wasn't in the plan, it wasn't in the rush, just a heart-stopping, unexpected crush. Wood smoke on my jacket, you laugh in my head. I'm still awake, thinking of what I should have said. Unexpected, so unexpected. A final soft guitar and slowly dissolves into the sound of the night wind. Steam is rising off my black coffee. In a paper cup, I'm staring at the rain on the window, never looking up until the bell above the door rang out a silver tone. And you walked in, bringing a weather I'd never known. You found a table in the corner by the old brick wall, shaking out an umbrella, making the room feel small. I was just a stranger with a laptop and a deadline to meet, but suddenly the only rhythm was a heart inside my seat. You had ink stains on your fingers in a dogged paper bag, a quiet kind of focus that put my world on a different track. The amber light was catching on the edges of your coat, and I was drowning in a feeling that I couldn't keep afloat. I've seen 1,000 faces in the city's gray routine, but you were like a color that I'd never even seen. I'm overanalyzing the way you stir your tea, wondering if there's a version of your world that includes me. And the jazz on the speakers is a muffled low refrain, while the city outside is washing away in the rain. It's a beautiful terror, a slow motion kind of spark, a light I didn't know I was missing in the dark. And all the girls in the coffee shop, I'm falling fast into a moment that I know wasn't built to last. It's a nervous warmth, a hollow, heavy-hearted ache, a quiet realization that my soul was bound to take. I'm starry-eyed and shivering in the middle of the day, watching the person I was just drift away. A beautiful confusion, a soul-shaking drop for the girl in the coffee shop. You looked up for a second and I had to turn my head, terrified you'd see the things I haven't even said. Now you're gathering your things, putting on your scarf, and I'm feeling the weight of a silent, sudden heart. I'm missing you already and you haven't even gone, like the world is losing light just as I'm seeing the dawn. I wanna say hello, but the words are stuck in the midst of a life I haven't lived and a mouth I haven't kissed. Is it crazy to feel this much for someone I don't know? To feel my roots pulling up, ready to go. I'm wide open, I'm fragile, I'm a mess. the girl in the coffee shop, I'm falling fast into a moment that I know wasn't built to last. It's a nervous warmth, a hollow, heavy-hearted ache, a quiet realization that my soul was bound to take. I'm starry-eyed and shivering in the middle of the day, watching the person I was just drift away. A beautiful confusion, a soul-shaking drop for the girl in the coffee shop. For the girl in the coffee shop. Ink stains on your fingers, the smell of roasted beans, the door closes behind you, and I'm still here in the corner, just the girl in the coffee shop. The city grid was glowing like a circuit board below. We were leaning on the rusted iron, watching the traffic flow. I was mid-sentence, talking about some record that I'd found, just trying to keep my heavy feet against the solid ground. But then you looked at the skyline, and a thought crossed your mind. Something private, something golden, something perfectly aligned. And you let it out of there, it didn't make a single sound. And then the smile happened, and the world just wasn't round. I forgot the end of my sentence, I forgot my own name. Everything I thought I knew was suddenly a different game. It wasn't like the movies, no, it was much more quiet than that. A sudden loss of gravity, heart-shaped heart attack. I felt the air turn to liquid, heavy in my lungs, like a song I've always known, played on silver tongue. I'm dazed in the amber light of a summer evening's end, trying to find the border where me becomes your friend. And the wind is whispering secrets through the brick and the glass, while I'm praying that this frozen second doesn't have to pass. It's a beautiful confusion, a sudden change in the tide, with nowhere left for a boy like me to hide. Cause your smile leaves me breathless, leaves me stunned, like I'm staring at the center of a newly born sun. It's a nervous warmth, the hollow, heavy-hearted ache, the first real risk that my soul was ever gonna take. I'm starry-eyed and shivering, caught in the glow of a feeling that's too big for me to ever really know. It's a cinematic shiver, so deep, quietly. Your smile is the only thing that's left of me. Now I'm walking back to the subway, but my legs feel like lead, replaying that curve of your lips over and over in my head. Is it normal to feel this lonely for someone I just left? To feel like a witness to a beautiful kind of theft. You stole the logic right out of my common sense brain, leaving nothing but the rhythm of your light in my vein. I'm a stranger to the person I was just an hour ago, before the fire escape taught me everything I didn't know. I wasn't ready for the impact, I wasn't ready for the height, I wasn't ready for the way you would redefine the night. terrifying to realize how much I have to lose when your happiness is the only thing I'd ever wanna choose. I'm falling, I'm floating, I'm wide, wide open by the only words that were never even spoken. Your smile leaves me breathless, leaves me stunned like I'm staring at the center of a newly born sun. It's a nervous warmth, a hollow, heavy-hearted ache, the first real risk that my soul was ever gonna take. I'm starry-eyed and shivering, caught in the glow of a feeling that's too big for me to ever really know. It's a cinematic shiver, so deep, quietly. Your smile is the only thing that's left of me. That's there in the twilight, the skyline in your eyes. I'm still there, still starlight, breathless, just breathless, just breathless, 'cause breathless.